Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From RNA Music, your mom and pop guitar shop.
Oh, yeah.
Deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at.
Yep.
Canton, Texas. And we are here to answer all your questions.
All of them.
All of them.
Everybody's.
Everybody's questions all the time. Let's get to it. Now, before we get started, let's say a quick thank you to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in uploading and selling your music on the internet via iTunes or Spotify or any of the other bajillion platforms, use DistroKid. So for one low fee, yearly fee, you can get all your singles, all your albums, anything you want to upload, as many unlimited uploads for one fee for a year, as low as $19.99. And you can use our link in the description to save some money off your first year subscription. Get her done. On to the questions. All right, first question. Paul C is for Cookie, and Cookie is for me.
And that's good enough for me.
Who knew war was so complicated? Warriors.
Yeah.
Are you to a mom and pop shop? That's what we are.
Yeah.
That is it. Indeed we are.
Yes, we are.
Thus, the last 8 years.
Yes. 9.
9? Is it 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
We're in our 9th year.
Yes, we're in our 9th
We're in our 9th year.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the mom.
And he's the
I'm
pop.
the pop.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch our vlogs on Saturdays, we shoot Saturday vlogs, you'll see that we're mom and pop because we have 2 kids.
We do. We are literally a mom and pop, and we're a mom and pop in the term of we're a husband and wife that own a store. We're business
Family
owners.
business.
Yeah.
A real mom and pop where the mom and the pop actually work at
together.
the business.
Right, yeah.
Not pop's running the business and mom has another job somewhere else. Never shows up. It's never there.
Yeah, it's not her thing.
Yeah, it's just the pop's business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yes. Next question. PRS Rocker says, with most of Heritage's employees leaving as a result of the introduction of CNC, what do you see as a future for the company? Secondly, because of this, will the value of their previously made guitars increase? That's a very good question. Of course, we talked about Heritage a couple weeks ago and them laying off some of their employees and some others quitting and walking out. There's an article all about it. You can go check it out. Oh man, what a deal. Lots of comments on this.
Lots of them.
The future of the company, man, I don't know. I'm not sure. I honestly think it's so tough because they've built their name on being, this is how Gibson built guitars before. This is how they built Gibsons in the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So we're building them the same way. And so that's their shtick.
Yeah.
Like that's their marketing angle. Like you take away that angle, it's like, what do you got? You just have other, Les Paul, Gibson style guitars.
Right.
But Gibson, I mean, people didn't stop buying Gibsons when they started using CNC machines. So, or when they moved and when they got an entirely new workforce. I mean, everyone at Gibson that moved from there to Nashville, like none of the employees moved, I don't think. None of the workers. So, I mean, I think essentially Gibson got a whole new workforce when they moved their factory.
Right.
And yet they have managed to stay in business up until this point where they're facing bankruptcy.
Up until this
But, for 30 plus years. So, I don't know,
Yeah.
I think the point is I don't think they would have stayed in business. I don't think they can continue to do things the way they've done them because they've been in financial trouble for a while. That's the reason they got bought out. They weren't making enough money selling enough guitars doing it the old way. So I think it's a case of you either evolve with the times and meet demand and, upgrade your production.
Or you die.
Or you go out of business.
Die.
So if the choice is Heritage goes out of business,
Yeah.
or they keep going with a revamped, model,
Yeah.
was that what people would really want? Are those gummy bears?
Yes.
Steve, gummy bears. Now, whether the old ones will go up in value or not, I don't know. It's supply and demand, really. I mean, are there that many people who really, really, really want a Heritage guitar? versus, I mean, how many people would really want to go out and buy a Gibson from pre-1984? So I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. I think they're losing their marketing edge, because the whole point of why people wanted them was this is the way Gibson used to do it, mostly by hand, you know. So if people are going to want to buy it or not, because you could just buy a Gibson, you know. So I think it's an interesting time for the company. I think the problem is you may have people running the company now who aren't necessarily musicians and guitarists, but the previous musicians and guitarists who were running the company weren't exactly super savvy businessmen, which is why they got in trouble to begin with. So
it's a catch-22. It
is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, and it could honestly go either way. It's 50-50 chance. Go up or go down. Companies leave their origins all the time and adapt and evolve. All the time. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, man.
There you go.
Chivalry 218. Question: is there a band name yet? Is it the Nobodies? Talking about the BitterBassMan and myself, our project.
The band, the ultimate, long-awaited.
15 years in the making. I don't think it's the Nobodies. I think that was vetoed. Paul was strongly against that. No, it's not the Nobodies.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the Nobodies.
It's the Ho-Hums? What is it called?
No.
No.
Awkward Pause.
Oh, yeah.
That's
what the Whatevers.
The Whatevers. I don't know if we've decided what the name of the project is, but you know, people like the music. I sent the video. We did a DistroKid thing.
Oh yeah.
Our last video or 2 videos ago was a DistroKid thing talking about DistroKid, and we used the music from probably the first single that me and Paul are going to put out. And I shared the video with some friends who are YouTubers, like, hey, tell me what you think about this. Does it look good? Is it edited well? And one of them was like, wow, I like that song. I can't get it out of my head. It's really catchy. I'm like, bass players, they write happy tunes. So.
They do.
So, you know, and I've used one of the songs, I've used it as background music.
See Paul's face right now.
It's so happy. Aren't you a bitter ray of pitch black? So I don't know. It was Awkward Pause. But I don't know.
That was an awkward pause thing.
I'm not sure. Awkward Pause. I don't know. We'll come up with something. Next question. Cam Demand. Hey RNA. Hope all is well. My question this week is if you've heard of Wolf Guitars. I purchased one from Reverb and was floored by the quality and bang for buck. Bang. I can honestly say no, I have never heard of Wolf. You say Wolf Guitars and I thought of, there's a store called Wolf Guitars that sells guitars. I'm like, oh, I've heard of them. Oh no, it's a brand.
A brand name.
It's a brand. I had not heard of them, honestly, so I went and looked them up, and it looks to be like it's you know, a factory. They were made in Korea. It was a Korean factory that built guitars, OEM, for other companies. Probably built Epiphones and who knows what else. And it was their own line of guitars. Gummy bears. So what it looks like to me is it's kind of like, you know, Cort have their own line of guitars, Cort Guitars, but Cort is the factories that build other brands.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and Samick, who has their own, you know, factories that build other people, but they also have their own house brand, which is Samick Guitars. It looks like it's kind of one of those things to me. They looked nice. They looked like they had some nice Les Paul copies and they had some PRS copies. You know, but I've never put my hands on one. On some forums it said that they were made in Korea, but now that some of them are actually being made in Indonesia and Vietnam. So you've got a factory house brand possibly building their guitars in another country. So just doing some research online today, checking them out. They look good. I mean, but you know, it's easy to make things look good on screen and in video, and then you go buy it from Guitar Center and it's kind of crappy. I mean, from a store. So you never know. I don't know. It's good to know that you enjoyed yours. What? Did I say that? Things look real good on video and pictures sometimes.
Yes.
It's like putting
this
makeup
isn't even my real face.
So anyways. Oh, all right, anyways. I'm glad you enjoy it. That's great. I've never played one, so it's hard to say. But now I've heard of them. and so has everybody watching this video. We've all heard of Wolf Guitars now.
See, there was some advertising for them.
Yay! Hey, they should pay me.
There you go.
Anyways. All right, if you guys have ever played them, why don't you leave a comment and tell us your experience. That's the best kind of advertising is, you know, word of mouth and personal
hands-on experience.
Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't biased, hopefully. I'm sure you have nothing to gain by giving a good or bad review, just an honest review.
That's right.
Thanks, man. Next question, Brick Breaker. Since you play for a church, what is your opinion on Metallica doing the cover The Prince by Motorhead? How many dudes are trying to buy the Maple Neck Ryan Special No. 2 CMG? What is the bid? Rock on. Since I play for a church, well, you know, I had actually never listened to Metallica's cover of The Prince till today. I had to go listen to it. I'm like, oh, I'm sure it's a Motorhead song. I'm sure it's about Satan. And so I had to go listen to it. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. They're talking about Satan.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, the Prince.
The Prince of Darkness. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
As far as what I think about them doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I really don't care, honestly.
Why? Because they're a Christian band?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if DC Talk did a cover of The Prince,
right,
I might be like, where are you guys going with this?
Yeah. What's happening?
Or Petra. Striper records The Prince.
I'm sure most of these people have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I bet they do. They may
not saying that most of you aren't Christians, but a lot of people don't know who.
They may not know who DC Talk
who Petra is.
Petra. Well, somebody does because they comment on it. I don't really care one way or the other. That's off of Garage Inc. And you know, I never really listened a lot to that album of their covers. I'm not surprised because they're huge fans of Motorhead and, you know, all this old metal stuff. So I'm not really surprised that they do it.
Yeah.
But that's one of the songs I don't think I've ever listened to that song until today. So it was your fault that I listened to it. Now I've listened to it because of you. I feel dirty. I really don't. But there are bands, you know, I mean, I listen to rock music and heavy music because as a guitarist, that's the kind of music I enjoy and I like to play. And, you know, if you're a pianist, you study the greats. You study Mozart and Bach and you learn their music because if you want to play on that level, you study what they did. If you're a guitar player and you like rock music, you learn the tunes that the greats played, you know. For me, I've kind of always separated lyrical content and musical content as kind of two separate things. And if you listen to Dream Theater at all, you do too. Because nobody listens to Dream Theater for the lyrics or the singing. But yeah, that's not one I would actively listen to after kind of reading the lyrics and checking it out. Like, yeah, I'm not really down with that. But there are bands that I listen to some of their songs, and some songs I just can't listen to. Even if I like the musicianship and the skill of what the guitar player and drummer are doing. No, the bass players are good. I like Rex Brown, John Paul Jones. They're great bass players. But, you know, there are bands like even Pantera. There's certain Pantera songs that I really just can't listen to because of the lyrical content. And there are others that I do listen to because I can tolerate it. But I don't go to bands for spiritual guidance. That's not what I do, you know. I don't go to a mechanic for spiritual guidance. I go to a mechanic so they can fix my car. You know, I listen to music because I enjoy the instruments. But there are certain songs I'm like, I'm not really down with that, so I'm not going to listen to it.
Down with Clam.
Yeah. So, you know. But if Metallica wants to play it, that's on them. Doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right.
All right, man. Good question. Oh. As far as how many dudes are trying to buy the Maple Neck RNA CMG Special, there's 2 to 3. And as far as what the bid is, 2 to 3 guys who are interested, somewhat interested. So the going bid is $12.49, which is what it sells for, $12.49. All 5 of them will sell for $12.49. So it's really a first come, first serve. Whoever gets here first is who gets it. And if the other guys want to go ahead and pay up for number 3, they can.
Yep.
But you better hurry up. 3 and 4, because number 5 is mine. Number 5 is reserved.
So there's only 3 available.
So really, there's only 3 because number 1 is gone. Number 5 is spoken for. So number 2, 3, and 4 are available. So if somebody wants it, you better get on it. Thanks for the question, Brick Breaker.
Yeah.
Next question, Dastardly Dave. Hey, Yins.
I was thinking.
Dastardly Dave. Hey, Yins. That's a Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, PA, born and raised. Have you ever had a Schecter TSH 1 at the store? I'm digging the older red and white version. Keep up the great work. Thanks. I have not. I know what you're talking about, but I have not had one in. Schecter is funny because they have a lot of guitars. People mostly think about their Hellraisers. That's like, oh, it's the Hellraiser guitars. Hellraiser, y'all. All Hellraisers. But they make a lot of guitars. I mean, they make some, you know, they make some Strat styles. They make Tellys. They make like the TSH. And they make some kind of vintagey looking things. But trying to stock, like if I wanted to stock one, got something in my eye. Oh, I think it's rock and roll. Trying to stock like one of all their models would be really hard for a store our size. I mean, you go to Guitar Center. I almost choked on the words.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they barely have anything. You might have 2 or 3 Schecters there. So even the big dogs don't carry all the models. But you know, I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. And you know, we could always order one. That's what happens. Sometimes they have oddball, you know, models. Someone go, hey, can you get a whatever? I'm like, let me check. Yeah, they're making them. You want one? Yeah, here's your money. All right, I'll order it. Please. And we'll order it in. You know, we can do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for the question, Dastardly Dave. I like that name.
Yeah.
That's funny. Next question. Let's rock it right. Hey, y'all. First off, Angela, I'm wanting a medium to dark gray toboggan, large size.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, he ordered one.
Yep.
I told him, send her. Don't order in the comment sections because that doesn't work. You have to message her on her Facebook. Or Instagram for Lolly's Loops if you want a lovely toboggan. Beard not included.
Yeah.
Unless you pay extra.
Unless you pay extra.
Let's see. What was the question? Now the question. BitterBassMan asked his question about, do you like the music that people around you play right? So I have 9 kids. That's a lot of kids, man.
I was like, huh?
Congratulations.
Did we read that right?
All 5 girls sing really well. Here's my question. What genre or songs do you like to sing? Thanks. My girls grew up on Britney, Christina, Jewel era. Love the channel. Thanks again.
Awesome.
So the question is not what music annoys you. It's what music do you like to sing?
Well, I like to sing a lot of oldies type stuff. I like to sing that. I don't really ever get a chance to sing it. Stevie Wonder songs and stuff like that. Stuff that, anything that honestly moves me. I love ballads. Stuff with a great swell in it where it's just powerful and emotional, and anything that has a great story background. And it goes across genres to me. There's songs from country artists to R&B artists to...
Name some names.
Oh gosh.
You gotta name some names.
I gotta name some names. I do like Christina Aguilera. There's a couple of songs that I actually really like of hers. And then I like Pink.
I was gonna say Pink.
Pink is great. Adele, I like to sing, obviously, you know, people get tired of Adele. But I don't like singing a lot of her hits. I like some of the other songs that really didn't get recognized.
The deep cuts.
All in some of her albums. So I like singing her Barbra Streisand. And, you know, as a conservative, that's almost like a bad word, saying Barbra Streisand. But I do like, I mean, she's a talent, so I don't care.
Politics aside.
Politics aside, she's
Girl
awesome.
can sing.
I used to be really into, and during that, when they were into that, I was into Celine Dion. That was my thing. And Mariah Carey, she was a big influencer. Whitney Houston is a big influence in my life, and I like to sing a lot of her songs. But again, I don't like sit around and sing a lot. One lady I actually really enjoy is, and she's new, she's a Broadway singer. but she does a lot of covers of popular songs from like the people that I just named. And her name is Cynthia Erivo. She got her start playing Celie in The Color Purple Broadway, the Broadway show, the character that Whoopi Goldberg made famous in The Color Purple from Steven Spielberg. So she has a powerful voice, and that girl has some like guns and like abs, and she's just awesome.
She rocks it.
Yes, and yeah, I like her a lot. Yeah, so.
You like a lot of Broadway stuff, though.
I do like
musicals and
I love Broadways because they, like I said, they're geared towards that swell and the romanticism and the strong ballad songs. So
it's not a bunch of baby.
Yeah, not a lot of repetitive
woo-woo,
techno, auto-tuned stuff. It's just raw voice on a stage that just makes you kind of choke up and cry. That's why I love The Greatest Showman, because it captured all of that in a movie that hasn't been captured in a long time.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah, Phantom of the Opera, Les Mis, Jekyll and Hyde, Man of La Mancha, Fiddler on the Roof, My Fair Lady. I mean, it's just, let's go on and on and on.
There you go. Disney movies.
That's what I like to sing. I do. But I also like, Bonnie Raitt, Bette Midler, just a lot of power. I do like Jewel. I do. I was actually singing one of her songs because she's on the Hallmark Channel. She has a mystery show on the Hallmark Channel now. And sometimes she'll pick up her guitar and sing in the show. And I was like, oh my gosh, I like Jewel. That was funny. I like that. Sheryl Crow. There's a lot of great singers out there.
Some Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I do. I will sing some Led Zeppelin.
Some Robert Plant.
Yeah.
Some Pink singing Led Zeppelin.
That was pretty amazing.
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
I love Glitter in the Air by her. That was really good. Her doing the little trapeze act and spinning while singing was amazing. I like the Pentatonics because they're just raw vocals and talent. It's good. I could name more, but I'm drawing a blank.
That's a lot. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Now you know.
There's no Metallica on that list, or Guns N' Roses, or Pantera.
No.
Or Alter Bridge.
No. Yeah. I was the kind of person that listened to
or AC/DC.
Bryan Adams and even Sting. Oh my gosh. Huge Sting.
Yeah. She likes the Sting.
I love Sting. Yeah.
There you go.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Next question. Victor Garcia. Hello, Ryan and Angela. It's Victor from Puerto Rico. Deep in the heart of Caribbean. That's where she's from.
Oh my gosh.
She's Puerto Rican.
Yes. Most people around these parts.
These parts right here, East Texas.
Up here in East Texas, when they see a brown girl this persuasion, they think she's Puerto Rican. But I'm not.
It's your people.
I would love to be Puerto Rican. But I am very proud of my heritage. But yes, awesome. Puerto Rico.
Yeah. The homeland.
The homeland.
Yeah.
Yes, I cheer for you at every
That
Olympics.
was the funny story is the very first time I introduced her to my dad, not my mom, but my dad. We were it was at the trades day here in Canton, and we went down. I was like, hey, this is, we were dating at the time. Mm-hmm. And my stepsister was working for them, my dad, and she told me later, we walked off and left, and my stepsister was like, yeah, your dad was like, is she Puerto Rican? I was like, that's funny. You hope she's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
That's what
that's what it was. I really hope that was a Puerto Rican girl he just brought up here.
I hope she was Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico.
So now that's our joke.
Yes.
It goes back 20 years.
Yeah.
22
that
years.
Nice Puerto Rican girl that you brought that day.
Yeah. No, she's black.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Puerto Rico.
What do you think about Singlecut HSH Guitar?
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, will you shave your beard for Metallica front row seats? I'm not really a fan of the HSH configuration. I had a Cap 10 here for a while, and it had the single hum. And it's just weird, that single coil in the middle always gets in the way of my picking. I'm like, that's just strange. Because I'm used to just dual humbucker guitars. That's my comfort zone. So for me, an HSH is just weird. I don't know that I've ever seen one on a single cut, so that would be interesting. But that's not my bag, baby. I wouldn't be into that personally. So you guys tell us, would you want a HSH single cut? Is that appealing to anyone who's watching? Second, will I shave my beard for Metallica front row seats? No. Because I didn't have to. I had snake pit seats and an epic beard. Probably I got the snake pit seats because of the beard.
It's an influencer.
Yeah. Yeah. Just shout out to my man. Shout out to my homie, Ronnie. Yeah, man. From Rockwall. Ronnie from Rockwall. We went to go see Metallica. Not front row. We were way beyond front row.
Yes.
Snake pit. Snake pit with the beard.
Yeah.
Best show ever.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Love it. So no, because I don't have to.
Yeah.
I get to win-win. Best of both worlds.
Right.
Now, would I shave my beard to hang out with James Hetfield for like an hour? Like just me and James hanging out? Yes. I probably would. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he'd want you to.
But James would probably be like, no, you don't have to do that, man. Don't do that. We'll just hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Let's just do that. With James shaved to hang out with me.
He did his exciting tap like a little kid.
I'm doing my little double bass. I did do that, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Every time you say his name, you do that.
Just thinking about like hanging out.
Okay.
Hi, James.
Okay.
Hi, James.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Next question. Blaine Ludman. Hey y'all. Angela, what is your vocal range? And what's your favorite song to sing? Do you write or have any original songs? What do y'all think about YouTube being basically free advertising for companies if/when they send you products to review? Peace. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
A couple of questions there.
A couple of questions there.
Well, we kind of answered what's your favorite song to sing.
Well, he's my favorite artist to sing. I don't necessarily have a favorite song to sing. Honestly, yeah. Anything that stretches me vocally. Honestly, I'm such a nerd. I would probably say my favorite song to sing is anything from, like the Yentl soundtrack. I'm such a loser. I just don't have like normal songs that I like to sing. Like I'll sing songs from
soundtracks.
Yeah, soundtracks.
Broadway and soundtracks. That's her favorite things to sing. Because you have to be a real singer to sing that.
Cause it just makes me, it stretches me, and I like to see if I can get up there, how long I can sustain it and stuff like that. So,
do you know what your range is, vocal range?
I haven't tested it because I have sang guy parts before. They're like, we don't have anybody to sing these really low registers because we don't have any dudes singing. So, Angela, you're an alto, right? Yes, I'm an alto, but I can sing soprano. Yeah. So. Yeah,
as far as sitting on a piano and going down, don't.
I
trying to find your max. Yeah, but like if you know what your specific.
I don't know where my cutoff note is. No. Yeah. Or up to what note? No, not necessarily, because it has changed so much over the years.
It does change over time.
And just even from high school, it was strictly alto. I could do middle C up an octave because my sisters would sing harmony in between, and my oldest sister is soprano, and me and my younger sister, we were altos. And well, Amanda was more mezzo, and then Nicole and I, the ones in the middle, we were altos. And but because they went off to school, Amanda and I, or Nicole or I, would sing, so I would cover the parts that were missing. And so I trained myself because I did not like choirs, especially our choir teacher. Not Mr. Swiden. If you see this, Mr. Swiden, I'm not talking about you. You're awesome, and I wish I was in choir when you were there. I'm talking about the person before you. So I didn't. That scared me, so I never really got that kind of training, but I had an ear for it. My dad did. It kind of runs in our family, so.
Genetics.
And I would just figure it out over the years. And then after I had kids, my vocal range changed. Mm-hmm. Having boys changed my vocal range. I'm able to hit actually lower notes after I've had boys.
That's that testosterone.
Yeah. It's the truth.
Hormonal changes affect your voice.
Hormonal change, it does. So over the years and just getting older, from my 20s to my 30s and now almost 40, my voice has changed quite a bit. So, and that's also with just, you know, life. Mm-hmm. So since maybe, you know, I know I can hit higher than an octave above middle C.
So you still have that range for when you were younger.
Oh yeah.
But now you can go lower.
A whole lot lower.
So it's a lot better.
A whole lot lower, which a lot of, even my vocal students and even some adults, they're like, how did you hit that? Because it's just, you know, I've learned over the years that this is a quick vocal lesson especially for women who want to hit those really low bluesy notes. If in your constants and in your vowels, yeah, it's like Toni Braxton, you know, but you make vowel sounds you make vowel sounds that are in a lower register than what you normally sing. So if you practice saying words like butter, and then you say the sound, you're going lower than what you normally sing. And if you practice that, going from that, say butter, and then go all the way from the butter, then you realize how much of a stretch your voice actually has. So the sound in like a word like butter or under, your voice scoops naturally in that, and then you can figure out how low your voice can actually go and then climb up from there. So
tricks of the trade. That one was free. What I think about YouTube being basically free advertising for companies if/when they send you products to review. Peace. Well, that's a tricky question because I don't think companies usually send out stuff. Maybe they do send out stuff for free, but you know, most of the time they're you know, there's a lot of times where they pay people. Mm-hmm. Here's the product. We'll give you, you know, X amount of dollars, whatever. Now, as far as them sending it to people and them doing a review and then the people send it back and no money changed hands, I don't know how often that actually really happens. But if it does happen that way, because that doesn't happen for us. I mean, companies don't send us. I mean, we have a store. So any demos that I do, it's stuff I've ordered for the store or I've ordered for a customer or something like that. So no one's ever sent me stuff for free to demo. But it's kind of a win-win though too, because you say it's free for them, but the person who's doing the demo, they're you know, they're demoing a piece of gear that they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Mm-hmm. So they're getting something out of it too. The company's getting exposure, but the person who's doing the demo is also getting exposure for their channel, demoing a product that they didn't have to go out and purchase themselves. Mm-hmm. So,
and it's not always, nothing's really free because you're having
nothing's
your
free.
time of having to make videos and spend the time editing and trying it out and doing the legwork for that company. So even though they might ship it to you, if you're there doing something for that, it's not free. I mean, you're going to spend your time.
Everything costs something.
Yeah, it's always going to be at a cost, whether it's your time or even your money, buying better lighting equipment or whatever to be able to shoot it or, you know, whatever, showcase it or get it out there, word of mouth or Facebook ads or whatever it is. You're going to spend, some money is going to be spent either way.
Yeah, but even if the company doesn't necessarily pay you themselves, you can get paid in other ways. I mean, you're going to hopefully get views from your demo and your review.
Right.
And if you get enough, you know, you could possibly make some AdSense ad revenue. Now that money is pennies. I mean, you're talking
Literally.
like $1 maybe for every 1,000 views, you know. So if you get 3,000 views on a video, you might make $3 in ad revenue. Woo, I spent 7 hours making this video and I made $3.
You can buy a taco.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday, here I come.
Yeah. Not even 2 good tacos. Like 1 good taco.
Right.
3 bad tacos.
Yeah.
But you know, it all builds, you know, and if you do enough videos, eventually, you know, you do it in other ways. But the key is, you said, advertising. YouTube is advertising for a lot of companies, and the smart companies will capitalize on YouTube and use that exposure. So, but I don't see, it's not really free. Nothing's really free in life because it always costs somebody something somewhere. If I gave away a free shirt to one of you guys, it's not free for me. It cost me something. So there's always a cost somewhere, somehow.
And the person who made it.
Yeah, somebody got paid somewhere on that deal at some point. So,
or lost money.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, Blaine. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Paul, just Paul. Great Ask RNA as always. Thank you. Question, Ryan. A few weeks ago, I think I noticed your old school Chapman ML3 RC hanging on the wall behind you guys. Is it for sale? Thanks for the cool videos. You're welcome, Paul. We like Pauls.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually it wasn't the RC, it was an ML3 Modern, and it is for sale, but only locally, because it's actually a consignment deal for a very good friend of mine who bought, he bought it from me when we very first got it. Ended up really never playing it because he already had a bunch of other tellies, and you know, thought it was cool, but when he got into playing it, gummy bears. It just, you know, it wasn't really his style. The ML3 Modern is more of a hard rocking, 2 humbuckers, rock machine, and it's kind of heavy. Honestly, it's not a light guitar.
Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah. Super simple, barely an inconvenience. But it's here. It is here for sale. Are you okay? Choke on that gummy bear?
I just started laughing over the barely inconvenience in it.
Yeah, if you guys aren't watching, if you aren't watching the was it Screen Rants pitch meetings for movies, those are hilarious. I love them.
Yes,
love it. You should go watch that Screen Rants pitch meetings.
It's so funny. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, sorry.
So is that going to be hard for them? No, super simple. Barely an inconvenience. But anyway, he has a few guitars here for sale. Now, they're local because he has sold things online and gotten screwed a couple of times on that. So for him, he's like, nope, I don't want to ship anymore because it's, you know, once you have to eat an $800 loss on something, you get a little wary of shipping things. So
yeah. So
I do have one, but it's for local pickup only, as per my friend. All right. Thanks for the question, Paul. John Harpole. Hi, John. Should I just tell everybody? Maybe I should. John has #1 of the CMG RNA Custom. I can't wait for #2 because I did not get to play #1. Number 2. I didn't get to play #1 enough. I probably didn't do nearly enough videos on it before John snatched it up.
He did.
Right out of the air. Snatched it. It's a killer guitar, man.
Snatching.
Gotta love the bitter bass wall behind you. Yeah, last week was all basses back there. Yep. Great questions today. My question for you, Ryan, is do you notice any difference between maple or other fretboards on guitars? I do notice a little bit difference. John, we're talking about maple fretboards, which the RNA CMG Special Limited Edition dealer run as a maple fretboard. I do notice a little bit different. Now, I've almost never played maple growing up. I always played rosewood or ebony, and it's really not until like the last 3 years or so that I actually started playing maple fretboards. Mainly because I'm not a telly or a Strat guy necessarily. I'm more into the single cut kind of guitars and flying V's and Explorers, and you don't typically see those with maple fretboards.
Right.
But I got my first one was the LTD that I got with the maple fretboard because I thought it was cool
I'm gonna sit back.
to actually see a Les Paul style guitar with maple fretboard. My favorite guitar that Zakk Wylde always played was his Camouflage Bullseye.
Yes.
Which was like a 70s Les Paul custom with a maple fretboard. And I thought it was super awesome because you never see that.
Right.
It's a rare bird.
Caw-caw.
Caw-caw. And so I got that LTD because of that. And then, of course, the CMG RNA Music Custom is designed on a specific guitar that I saw once. It's kind of an homage to that particular custom artist guitar. Not the Zakk one, but a different one.
Yeah.
And I like it. And, of course, I have a Schecter with a flame maple fretboard. And I like them. I think there's a slight difference. Now, you can get in a whole big debate about tone wood and whether it makes a difference, bright or dark or pickups, and everybody's all enraged as soon as you start talking about wood and tone. You know, and because it doesn't really make a difference on electric guitars.
Oh my God.
However, I did do a video a while back where I had two guitars, essentially the same, mahogany bodies, exact same EMG pickups. And one had a maple fretboard and one had a ebony fretboard.
Yeah.
And most people said they could tell a difference. There was a difference in sound between those two guitars. I think it's one of those things, it's a little bit of a feel thing for me, and I think a reaction. Like, you may not notice it on recordings or not, but I think live in the room in your hands, it feels a little brighter. Because, I mean, yeah, you hear what comes out of the amp, but you hear what's coming right out of your lap, basically. I don't know if it's a super tangible difference or not, but...
No, I'm that way with crochet hooks. I seem to do a better job whenever I have a nice, smooth surface to hold on to. Because then it's like you're trying to feel what you're trying to do through the pings and dings of the metal hooks. And so it's kind of like, and now my mind is on what is on it instead of what I'm actually doing. So
yeah. So I think it has maybe more to do with feel than sound, but that's debatable. You know, some people might hear a difference, some people don't. What are you gonna do? I do like the look of it on a single cut guitar though, because I just think it's neat. You don't see that very often, and so it's definitely, that stands out. When you see a single cut guitar with a maple fretboard, you're like, whoa, what is that?
Right.
And you're immediately interested. So I am finding myself in my ripe old age of 42 of really enjoying maple fretboards now. Yeah.
We're retiring next year.
Yeah, super old. Thanks for the question, John. Final question. This goes back to last week when we had all the basses behind us.
Yeah.
Now there's some basses.
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I didn't know you changed it up.
I did. I change it up a little bit every now and then, just different backgrounds. Right. Adam Lamar, what are those 4-string things behind you? # gross. Well, Adam, those are our jumbo ukes. Most people don't know. But you can get a supersized uke. Right? Supersized ukes.
I wish it was the same chords. Same notes.
Now the problem with supersized ukes though is you don't really strum chords, you know, quite as, I mean you can, but you know.
Doesn't sound good.
Hashtag gross.
You're getting your beard.
We're getting beard stuck in the...
Weird.
Trying to play with my beard. They're jumbo ukes, Adam. Paul's a big fan. I like the hashtag gross. That was funny.
I always think oh my gosh, Jimmy Fallon, when he plays the girl, like the teenage girl, and he actually puts like fake braces on and like hair, and he has this like cardigan. He's like, gross. That's exactly what I heard whenever he said gross. A third gross.
What are those fourth string things behind you? Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Gross.
Thank you guys so much. If you have a question for next week, please leave it below, and we will try to answer them. There were a lot of questions. No, I guess there wasn't a lot, but we're taking our time. Somebody was like, whoa, last week was only 20 minutes. What's up? What's wrong?
What's happening to the world around me?
It's all about how many questions we get. So
no question.
No question.
Short video.
Yeah, unless we drag it out just for fun.
Yeah.
All right, if you stuck through this long, you're a champ, and we really love you. Thank you for watching this whole thing. Appreciate it. Ask your question for next week. And am I leaving anything out? Am I forgetting something? Something like that? Oh, yeah. If you want an RNA Music swag. Oh, we got a new RNA Music shirt. There's a new RNA Music design shirt. It's not this. It's the Texas logo.
Yes.
Available right now in our Teespring store. The link to that is in the description. So go check it out. Be one of the very first people. I don't even have one yet. I got one. It's on the way. It'll be here by next week. I'll have one.
Yeah.
But the brand new RNA logo tee is available in Teespring. So go check it out. I mean, if you want to, no pressure. If you don't. You know, but if you want to be really cool and have one of the first ones.
Be cool, buy this.
Buy our stuff. It's not free.
It's not.
For anybody.
No.
It costs me stuff.
Yeah.
If I want to buy one for me, it costs me money. Anyways. All right. Thank you guys so much. Keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
Yeah, especially like, you know, soundtrack music and
all the music.
Broadway music.
Very emotionally drawn music. Yeah.
Yeah. And we need to keep it alive for this next generation, which is what we're doing here at RNA Music. Keeping it alive for all the kiddos around here.
Yeah. They need it. They need the music.
Yeah, some of them really need. They really need it.
They really do. It's a blessing to provide the music for the next generation.
It is. It's my favorite thing in the world, actually. It's teaching kiddos music. So, anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Have a great week. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Growth.
Yeah.
Ew. Is that a bath? Yeah. Oh. Gummy bears. Yeah.
Yeah. Super gross.